Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew, and today we have an update for this Reddit story, which OP does recap in the first paragraph. But if you want to still watch this one first, I will link it now, as well as in the pinned comment below. But without further ado, let's jump into the update. Well, that escalated. I wrote a post a few days ago about my entitled cousin, Laron. The short and dirty is he is a homophobic bully who, along with his father, brutalized me and his gay brother during our childhood. He is a terrible father and person who has raised his kids to be the same way. Because his kids are following in his footsteps, I stopped getting them fancy or well thought out gifts. To recap, about a month back, drama started when I bought some nice gifts for my other niece and nephew whose birthdays are on or around Laron's middle son's birthday. I instructed the parents not to open these gifts at the shared party, but they did anyway, and it started a shitstorm that ended in people demanding I give my entitled cousin the equivalent of what I paid for the other kids' gifts. I was just going to ignore him and his flying monkeys, but when his brother pointed out that his kids would need therapy just like we did, I got the cheeky idea to pay for that. I knew full well he would not allow his child to go, despite it being good for him, and without the excuse of not being able to afford it, the family would rip him apart for not allowing his son to go. I thought it would be funny to turn all those flying monkeys back on him, but I had no idea things would escalate like they have. So, where do I even begin? Well, apparently I opened up a bigger can of worms than I could have imagined. It turns out that the kids are already supposed to be in therapy, some kind of legally mandated counseling they have not been getting. I'm not sure the details yet, but here's the gist. Laron's youngest got kicked out of school for stabbing someone with a pencil, though I think she was justified, given there was some kind of sexual assault element to that. The middle kid, Devin, is just violent and gets in fights, and the eldest is surprisingly well adjusted, though I credit his mother's influence to that. However, he's apparently been getting into literal fistfights with his dad. I unfortunately don't have much of a relationship with the eldest, 17 years old, Laron Jr. I'll call him LJ. The reason I do not have any relationship with him is mostly because of his father and the fact that he doesn't ever interact with me. In fact, he has actively avoided us for years. Some light was shed recently though, and I get why now. Speaking with him recently, I was told in no uncertain terms that he's been distant with me and Emil, Laron's gay brother, on purpose. He said he loved us, but because his father would mistreat him for wanting to spend time at my parents' place or for accepting gifts from Emmy, he stopped. LJ distanced himself from not just us, but his cousins as well. He said that he did want to have a relationship with all of us, but he once told our Aunt Pam and Uncle Mac about it, and they went and told his father, which got him beat. So he just withdrew from everyone because it was easier to distance himself as opposed to getting beat. I told him that he should have come to me or Emil, and he asked what were we going to do. I asked if he had told his mom, and he said numerous times. That's why he mostly stays with her, but she is forcing him to have some kind of relationship with his dad, who he sees every other week. LJ is a teenager, so I thought his antisocial behavior was just typical teenager stuff, but I'll admit, it's been a long time since I've actually had a real conversation with him. To be honest, I always thought he was an aloof asshole, but I guess I was wrong. I felt really bad about that I just foolishly chalked it up to him being a moody, rude teen. But he says it's not my fault. That's exactly what he wanted people to think. so that they would just leave him alone. His words were, "We couldn't help him, only make his situation worse." Us wanting to stop trying to be in his life was kind of his goal, and it's heartbreaking. I also learned that I misjudged Laurent's youngest baby mama. When I met her, I thought she was the most ratchet piece of hood rat trash on the planet. And I'll be honest, she kind of was. She was younger, had an attitude, one of those people who gossiped, got into drama, and didn't do crap to better herself. Got arrested for keying her ex's car. She was incredibly rude and ghetto, and very much deliberately aggressive with folks. In the interim years, though, she's apparently grown up a bit. She's been fighting for full custody of her kid, and after the pencil incident, there was some kind of mandated counseling. What I was told was very vague, that Laurent was supposed to have the kids in. Apparently the mothers, even Devin's ratchet-ass mother, had been sending Laurent money for this purpose. He has been pocketing the money, has been lying to them, and has been having the kids lie to their mothers that they have been going. He even got someone to sign fake documents, or so I'm told. This is all hearsay at the moment, and honestly, I'm not sure how all of this can even be possible. Doesn't someone check on that? Like, isn't there an entire system in place to keep that from happening? How can you fake that without anyone catching you? I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Laurent to find a way though. The reason I know all of this is because the news about me paying for therapy sessions got back to the one mother, which set off her spidey senses. She started asking why I even needed to pay for therapy sessions when they already have been. She started asking different family members uncomfortable questions, and we find out that some of the family have actually been helping Laurent lie. Do you understand why I pick favorites now? The mothers got together and confronted Laurent about it, which led to a physical altercation. LJ stepped in to protect his mother, and Laurent punched him hard enough to dislocate his jaw. Laurent's current ratchet-ass baby mama, Kimberly, pulled a knife on everyone. The police were called. I don't completely know what happened afterwards, but apparently Kimberly and Laurent have been using. No one knows what, or just no one will tell me. But it wasn't weed. There was drugs and drug paraphernalia in the house. There was a check on the kids, police statement, and all kinds of stuff I've not been privy to. But the short and dirty is both Kim and Laurent got arrested. The charges I know about are child abuse, assault with a deadly weapon, reckless endangerment, drug possession with the intent to sell, and a whole host of other crap that got too long to remember. The youngest is now with her mom, who is filing a restraining order and is going to sue for full custody. Devin's mom cannot take him, so he's with our aunt, and LJ is with his mom. Some of the family are actually putting the blame for this debacle at my feet. One of them even said that by buying the therapy, I was getting them white folks in our business, which is hilarious because Dr. Lubsy is black. But whatever. Folks are pissed at me because now the family is at each other's throats. There is a half that is just finding out the extent of Laurent's child abuse, neglect, and poor behavior with and in front of his kids who want him to rot. There is another half on that family first crap. The latter has decided I'm the sole person responsible and everyone defending me or not attacking me on Facebook is a traitor. They alternate between attacking me and trying to guilt me into helping his legal fees. Even some of the good ones think if we don't help the mothers, they will take Laurent's kids and we will never see them again. I was annoyed, but ignoring a lot of the bullshit because, admittedly, only the stupid folks are saying that I've split the family in two. And it's funny that the little battle lines being drawn seem to be between the haves and the have-nots. Laurent is facing some serious charges. So is Kimberly. The kids are telling tales, and it doesn't look good. I don't know what's going to happen. Things are volatile right now. I was hoping to give a positive update here, that family pressure put Devin 7 in therapy, and LaRon finally manned the duck up and did something for his kids instead of for his ego. I was wrong, and now my family is at war. I'm not feeling good about it, but I haven't felt bad about it either. I have to ask if I'm so bitter that I'm indifferent to just how bad this can get. My only thought has been, maybe this will turn out better for the kids, but I don't know if that's my own bias. Nah, OP, you are not wrong or bitter for not feeling bad, and this whole debacle is definitely what needed to happen to save those poor children from their piece of shit father, LaRon. LaRon made his own bed, and he got caught. And this karma is very well deserved. Even some of the good ones who think if we don't help the mothers, we'll take LaRon's kids and they will never see them again. But that sounds like a good thing. Those moms should take full custody of their kids and cut all contact with LaRon and his toxic extended family. This is a group of people who enable child abuse. They'll sweep the most terrible crimes under the carpet and blame the victims for speaking up. They should not be around kids at all. That is really unsafe behavior. These kids need to know that adults who tolerate and enable abuse are untrustworthy. Teaching the kids to cut off violent abusers and code of silence enablers is a desirable outcome. Good people who turn a blind eye to child abuse, bullying, and cover up crimes are not actually good people. Having DNA in common with an abuser is not a justification for letting a child be hurt. Bad men need nothing more to compass their ends than that good men should look on and do nothing. Couldn't have said it better myself. And given the circumstances, what happened is what was supposed to happen and was honestly the best possible outcome in my opinion. But anyways, that is all from me today. I know this isn't the update we were all hoping for, but at least on a positive note, those kids got to escape their garbage father. Please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!